I think that in order to do this work successfully, it takes community and it definitely takes partnership.
The care people need is bigger than what any one organization can offer. There's so many opportunities to do better in Baltimore and in Maryland, and it's not always requiring new legislation, but it oftentimes requires funding. And this may be making sure that our jails have comprehensive programs behind the walls. It's making sure that diversion and drug courts that keep people out of the carceral setting can be scaled up and offered to everyone with a substance use disorder who's coming through the court system. It's investing in communities in ways that doesn't require over-policing, but by bringing meaningful jobs, renovations to buildings that have kind of collapsed or are no longer capable of occupying people, building housing that's affordable for people in their communities so that they can stay in their neighborhood without having to find a place across town away from their social supports.
Let me just ask this question. How many right turns have you made on red when the sign says do not turn on red? Did you tap into your bad person, or did you just make a bad decision on a good day? Doesn't make you bad, right? So one of the things that we've been learning about all semester is not labeling people based on who they are or what we see or what we perceive.
People try to recover in secret. Don't nobody want nobody else to know that that's a part of their story. I'm not one of those people. I will shout to the rooftops of my lived experience to be able to give you the understanding. Took me a minute, but I've come into the realization that teaching is part of my purpose. It's kind of like the domino effect. I touch one person and that person touched 45 others. I only have to touch one, and my one touch will touch the world.
One of the things I'm most proud about with the BHLI van is that our leadership shows up to meetings inside Baltimore City Detention on a monthly basis. We're not just asking for a seat at the table, but we're also willing to listen about the challenges of reforming a system that everyone knows needs to be reformed.
Often what we see in research and with universities and organizations that we're very siloed. One of the nice things here with partners in Maryland that we've really reached across to each other to figure out how we can pull each other in to talk about different resources that are available, whether it's certain grants that are available or certain types of interventions that are working or not working. We've seen examples of thinking outside the box, whether it's providing mobile vans outside of the detention center, whether it's integrating peers into the carceral setting.
One of the things that we're working on right now, which is really a passion project of mine, and that is trying to get legislation passed in the state of Maryland for Second Look. The Second Look Act that we're trying to get done is to essentially give second chances to individuals like myself who were involved in crimes that caused the loss of life. We understand that that is something that is irrevocable, you can't bring it back. But we also acknowledge that a lot of people who are in prison right now in the state of Maryland were involved in things when they were teenagers and emerging adults. They were young. We've been asking our legislators to give these people a second chance, give these people an opportunity, because many of them are just like me. They're just waiting for the opportunity to come out here and be change makers.
Society will give you such stiff sentences, right? Not the ones that the judge have given, but society, and saying, oh, because you've been in prison, because you've done this, returning back to society, you should be limited these things. You shouldn't be given a second chance. But 20 years later, they're not that same 18-year-old girl. They're not that same 20-year-old girl. And that people are deserving of a second chance.
I've never met a patient who doesn't want the same things that I want. They want to live in a safe neighborhood. They want housing that's nice, right? That's near a park, that has green space, where they can go outside and walk and play and hang out. We know how to take someone with diabetes or heart failure and have empathy for them when their food choices are limited, when the air they breathe triggers their disease to be worse. And how do we bring the same respect and honor to folks struggling with opioid use disorder?
We need a holistic way of servicing individuals, because we don't serve fractions of people, we serve whole persons. And if I need to serve the whole person, then we need to provide support and care to the whole entire person.
We find a way, no matter what happens, the tenacity and the grit that Baltimore builds is just like no other. And I would not change it.
Too many people are seeing all of the stuff that's going on in regards to substance abuse, the opioid epidemic as we have right now, but also the people that are coming home from incarceration in such large numbers, men and women now, and they're getting these second chances, but most people don't even know what they've been through, what they're going through, what they may need. Many people aren't involved. So I'm just hoping that through this and many other things, we can get more people involved. Not because you have a family member that's incarcerated or a family member who is struggling with addiction, but because you saw this and you see the need for us to help each other.